Welcome to New Mexico Black Rifle Operators Union. I'm your host, Sean. So I got to go shooting today with my brother. That was awesome. He built a clone rifle of my Wick build. So he has a rifle, it's just like my 5.56. He also had an AR pistol that we were zeroing and making sure was good. I don't know that I'll keep it very long considering the environment we're in right now with the ATF. If you haven't heard, the ATF is in a mode right now to where they're about to issue amnesty to anyone with a pistol brace so that you can register it. You'll have to Form 1 it and register it just like you would a short barrel rifle. So that's concerning. Especially when you hear that they're going door to door now, confiscating RTF, the rare breeds trigger, or RBF, or whatever it is. Two different trigger groups, I think, for the AR-15 because they're now considered machine guns. So this is concerning because this is backdoor gun legislation by fiat. No one got to vote on this. No one in Congress got to rule on this. The cases that will be brought up because of this will have to go to the Supreme Court, where none of this has went before a legislature. What has happened is Biden, and the Biden administration, I should say, I don't know if it's Biden himself, has directed the director of ATF to change the rules that they already ruled for braces and for the rare breeds trigger. So this is bull, but it should be expected for right now. But back to the fun. I got to shoot my brother's rifles. I got to shoot my AKs. It would figure the one AK that I take, or I took two AKs, but one of them is the one I built from scratch. Well, built as in assembled a parts kit, the receiver and everything else that goes with building an AK, which is a hell of a lot more than an AR-15. Gun has never failed me, never malfunctioned. I had one bad magazine that I've since cycled out, but it was an issue with not just that one 5.45, it was another 5.45. I have a Vepr too, and my Vepr had the same issue as the other one did with that magazine, so the magazine got smashed. But sure as shit, my brother took my not my AR-15, my AK-74 that I built, and not the second round, I get a bad round in it that actually stuck. The bullet stuck in the barrel, not a squib, because he didn't fire it, but the bullet got stuck in the barrel, and when we extracted it, I had to pop the bullet out of the barrel with the cleaning rod. I don't know what it is about my brother and Kalashnikov rifles, but they don't like him too much. Just kidding. The other thing I did is I got to test my, I got to shoot another 50 rounds through my LCP Max. And I got a really, really tight group with it at about 10 yards. I was able to hit a golf ball with it at about 15 or 20 yards. Maybe not hit the golf ball, but I made it bounce. So I probably hit underneath it if I didn't hit it itself. So I feel a hell of a lot more competent, competent and confident in that 380. So since I've covered a gambit of issues already, I'll cover one more. I don't feel underarmed with my Ruger LCP Max. Having 13 rounds of 380 puts me in the same ballpark as it would be with my 9mm when I carry it, within, 2 or 3 rounds. Modern 380 ammunition, if you're using something like I am, the Lehigh Defense rounds, they're very competent at stopping a threat. So I don't feel underarmed with it. And it performs, it has performed flawlessly now. And now we're at the 350 round box round count for it. I say box, I was thinking about, 350 rounds through it now. It is now 100% good to go. I've been carrying it anyway. It's the first pistol I've shot in a long time other than my Glocks that I have not had a hiccup in the first 2 boxes, so that was pretty damn good for me. I don't believe in gun break-ins, but it does seem to be the case with some guns, specifically less expensive guns. Sometimes you have to wear the metal in, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, it was fun. I got to shoot. We went shooting at my normal range. Somebody has discovered my range because they brought like 8 bottles, empty bottles of Jaeger that they had posted up in different places. My brother brought stuff and he assembled a target that was reminiscent of the old school military targets out there. So he was shooting at 100 yards. I got to teach my brother how to co-witness, or he knew about it, but he had not seen it in practice. So for his AR pistol, which is his kind of like bedside gun, it's the gun that if things go bump in the night, he's going to use it. But we co-witnessed his red dot and his iron sights for it too. So we did a normal co-witness. That was interesting. What was weird is we hadn't bore sighted his AR, his John Wick clone of mine anyway, and it was shooting really, really high at 100 yards. And eventually we got it dialed in. We had to move the scope a little bit. Physically move it in the mount. Mostly because I think we were trying to straighten it up more so than we were to do anything else. And my brother, he gets very impatient when things don't start rolling the way they should right away. So he got frustrated for a second, handed me his rifle, and I sat there and I got it back to where it was kind of papering pretty close. Then my brother, within 5 rounds, got it exactly where he wanted. And then, just to verify the 0, he started shooting again, and he got excited again, and he stringed a few rounds, but he still did very well. And then I showed him how to zero the red dot at a 45-degree offset. So we sandbagged his AR at 45 degrees for his red dot. His clone build of mine, instead of having irons, we have a variable 1 to 6, an Lpvo, and then we have a red dot that's at a 45-degree offset and we zero it at 25 yards. So he zeroed that. That one was shooting kind of high too, and kind of to the right, but it took me a little bit to help him with that one too, more so because he tried and almost a magazine with that one, I think, and it was just so off, and I think it was because of how it was mounted or how it came from the factory. It wasn't close to where it needed to be. We got it. No big deal. It was mostly fun just to see, my brother and his wife. And I got to meet their new little kitten named Oliver. which is cute. He's a little Morris the cat looking cat. We went and saw my mom today, so it's been a busy day. I was out in New Mexico this time of year. It is extremely hot, so it makes for a long hour or two, or maybe 3, because it was my brother and I just mostly shooting together. Makes a long 3 hours if you're out there like that, which is funny because it's stuff that my dad and I used to do, and my brother did too. I took my German 8mm Mauser out there, which I'll can talk about tomorrow night. And you have a good Memorial Day, or not Memorial Day, Labor Day. So it's all about us working stiffs. I hope you have a good Memorial Day, or not Memorial Day. Again, I said it again. A good Labor Day tomorrow. Enjoy your steak or your burger or your hot dog. Like, share, subscribe. Be great.